Now when we're taxiing downwind, oh, come on. Fuel. Turn the fuel on.
There we go.
Okay, we'll try again.
This thing needs gas to run, huh?
Yep. Try the starter. Okay. Shot.
And I guess fuel is busy flowing back down to the engine.
Okay, try it again. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, stop. We'll give it another shot of fuel.
Here I come. There's a little notch on this side that you can't see from your angle. There you go, right there. Push in. There you go.
Okay.
There we go. Whew. We got it started up before the battery died. Now, what's our plan as far as length of time that we want to fly before coming back on this one tank of fuel here?
So, when you're taxiing downwind, you want the elevator down. Also, if the wind is blowing from the rear, you want the upwind wing with the aileron down. Like the wind's blowing out of the southwest right now, so I want my left wing aileron down.
Gotcha, okay. Alright, so I started this timer, so we've got our flight time on here.
Okay.
Do you want to come back in maybe an hour and a half?
We'll see what we come up with.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we don't drain our single tank.
Oh, we're not going to run it. Yeah, we won't run that out. It's got about 10 gallons in it, right? Usable.
It should have 10 or 11 usable, yeah. That's big.
Mine has 10 and a half gallons in a 25-gallon tank.
It's got
but
what?
Actually, I found out that isn't true. It does. I've put in about 23 gallons in it before.
Oh, that's weather looks like it's clearing up nicely, doesn't it?
Well, it's yeah. There's the sky has opened up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it steers pretty good.
Yeah, when I was practice taxiing, I didn't, of course, know exactly what to expect, but it seemed okay to me. It wasn't too terrible. It wasn't too hard. Although I'm sure I did a mediocre job. Now, when I fly this thing from the right seat, should I just use my right hand, since I'm going to be using my right hand, or my left hand, I mean?
Oh, use whatever one you want.
Okay.
Okay. Controls. We got left up, right down.
Yep.
Right, okay.
Right up.
Elevator, up, down. I checked them before.
Okay.
Okay, controls, instruments. Okay, we got,
yeah, that's hard to turn.
530 feet.
What's our field elevation?
Field elevation's 530 feet. That blue sign over there, see?
Okay.
Okay. Instruments, other than that, looked okay. We're starting to even get an oil temperature rise. What's this?
Exhaust temp.
Yeah.
Times 100.
And it's already reading. That exhaust temp.
Tango, turn left cross on 17 here.
Yeah, I don't know how accurate it is.
I can't read that number, that lettering.
So this says exhaust temp times 100.
Okay.
So that's
then it's exhaust temp.
It's just over 1,000.
That's okay.
So that's going to be
less,
just under 1,100.
Yeah, that's the same gauge I had, but it's made a little.
Traffic check 175 Tango's down 17 for Shanny.
Instruments checked. Gas on the right tank.
Yep, fuel on, and I've got the cabin air on, so hopefully this this fog on the window will go away here once we get moving a little bit.
Okay. Altimeter setting, we're all set. Run up, we'll go up to about 1700 RPM.
Little drop. Back up. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's just what, 25 RPM or something on each side?
You get a pretty good drop from your...
RP? Oh yeah.
Let's see.
More than 100.
When I let go of it, it increases a little because the flapper valve moves.
Right.
Point comes in a little bit. Okay.
Oh, and look at this. It gives you your climb speeds right there. I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah. 72 VY, VX is 60. All right. Okay, run up. The S is for security. Seat belts, doors.
And do we not care about the shoulder harnesses right now?
Well, we should, I guess.
Probably so, huh? Do we want to do that?
Can you reach my seatbelt, my shoulder harness?
Yep.
I don't.
If I can. And I think they probably need to be lengthened a little bit to reach. Oh no, you've got the inertia reel, so yours are easy to get. Okay, I see how this works. Is this right that you should go like this?
Huh?
You should go like this? I think that looks correct. That makes sense, actually.
Well, mine is made a little different.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense for mine, actually.
I got it locked.
Got yours?
Yep. Okay.
Give me just a second.
I guess I'm ready to go.
All right, I think well, let me tighten these, actually.
Now, where is the mic button on this thing?
Right here.
Oh. Where? Oh. Okay. Okay,
After Chevy Cock 172 Papa Tango's turning left downwind for 17, touch and go Pierce.
Pierce County traffic, Luscombe 1813 Kilo is taking off on runway 17. We'll be departing the pattern to the east.
Here goes nothing.
Okay, are you ready?
I think so, maybe.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, long as you're ready. Yes, it flies.
Now we're trying to hold somewhere between 70 and 75. The airplane, when it's in a climb like this, it likes to turn left. I'll take my feet off the rudder pedals.
Gotcha.
Pier 7 Cock 172 Papa Tango,
Hey,
final
yeah,
17
yeah.
Mexico Piers.
It takes a little bit of hold, a little bit of right rudder, just to keep it straight. Okay, when we get to 1,200 feet, we're going to make a turn to the left.
You're trying to trim it for this climb for VY? You're just trimming it.
Okay, there's clear left. Okay, it looks good. We put it in a bank, about 20 degrees or so. Hold this bank. When I get to where I want to go, right rudder and right aileron to level it out. Okay, are you ready to take it over?
I am. My plane. Alright, we're going to keep climbing right now?
Okay, you have the airplane.
I have the plane.
Just keeping it right around 70, 75. A little bit of right rudder to hold that nose from turning left. Not too much, just enough to keep it straight.
Yeah, right now my feet are actually pretty relaxed. I'm not really pressing on the rudder pedal at all. Just kind of holding them steady.
See your right wing? Look at that. Check it with your left wing.
Okay,
You want to keep them level.
gotcha.
Hey, when you get ready to level off, here, I'll level it for us.
Okay.
When I approach 2,000 feet, I'm going to level it off. So I just lower the nose, let it pick up speed. And once it picks up an adequate amount of speed, then I have to lower the trim down a little bit. Now I'm gaining altitude slightly. So we're going to keep it right about 2,300 RPM. I'm going to change our heading here, keep us out of the woods. Okay, we'll go up this way for a while.
Well, it seems like the visibility over the nose is really good. I wasn't expecting to be able to see quite so well over the nose.
I can't hear you.
Oh, really? You can't hear me?
Well, I can barely hear you.
Do you have a volume control on your radio?
I don't know. Let me check my headset here.
Check.
See, this thing is not. Oh yeah, it's on.
How's your volume is up? Oh no, your volume is almost all the way down.
Ah, there we go. That does it. Alright.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. I don't know why that was pushed down like that.
You can hear me okay now?
Yes, I can.
Alright.
Okay, we're finally up to cruise speed now.
Oh, I was just saying before that the visibility over the nose is much better than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah. We're doing about 105.
At 2,300 RPM.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's about right.
Not too shabby.
The thing has a little tendency to want to roll to the right, it seems like. But
well, there's a little trim tab out on the aileron that you can tweak, so maybe that needs a slight adjustment.
Uh-huh. I'm trying to get this trim tab set, my elevator trim set right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably about right there. Okay, now you see where the nose is on the horizon there. That's what you want to kind of shoot for. Now we're just a little low, so I'm going to raise the nose up just a little. Not much, right there. And it'll start gaining altitude.
Yeah, the nose is actually very low on the. I mean, it's nowhere close to the horizon actually. But I guess.
No, that's because you're sitting above the cowling.
Right. Right.
Okay, now you go ahead. Your airplane.
My plane.
Okay, our target altitude is 2,000 feet. Just hold it straight and level for a while. We want about 2,300 RPM.
Now I really shouldn't need to feed in any rudder right now, should I?
Well, you shouldn't have to, but
right.
You know, if you're using a little aileron, you would. But,
okay, gotcha.
It has a little tendency to want to roll to the right, I think. Not too much. Okay, now take a look to your right wingtip, and I want you to turn the airplane to that heading, the one that your wing is pointing at.
90 degrees then.
Yep, 90 degrees. And we got a little bit of a climb going here now. Now we're diving pretty steep now.
Yeah, I was trying to get back down the 200 feet that I gained.
Well, let's back off on the throttle just a little. Okay.
And I think that's about 90 degrees.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got a nice little cross. We got a nice wind. We're drifting left.
Yeah, I guess I need to get used to that. I can't even really detect that right now. So then, if we want to keep going in that direction, I need to
that's fine.
Turn right a little bit.
Yeah, I wasn't really too concerned about that right now.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to do a series of 90-degree turns.
Okay.
Do one to the right and one to the left, and then just keep doing that. And I want you to do medium bangs.
So 30 degrees or so, maybe?
25, 30.
All right, so one turn to the right, 90 degrees-ish. I'm not really applying much back pressure on that stick.
Well, we're losing altitude pretty rapidly.
I don't think this is accurate. And
yeah, it's gonna. This is.
Because that's staying put.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, one to the left.
And I think the previous owner says he wasn't positive about the accuracy of all those gauges, so I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure where your static port is, but...
Right behind your seat, right next to the baggage compartment there.
Yeah, that thing does look like it's doing something kind of funny. Okay, now let's line this up with the roads, and we call them section lines.
Gotcha.
So that we'll just...
Straighten out here a little bit. There we go.
Okay, now just continue your turning.
All right.
Can you feel it just a little bit of a slip?
I felt a little bit light there because I was climbing a little bit, so I relieved back pressure.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I did feel a little slip right there. Oh. All right, do another 90 here. Yeah, right now I feel like there's a lot to think about.
You're doing good.
You know, I'm looking at the altitude and trying to fiddle with the ailerons and the rudder at the same time.
Well, you're holding good steady bank, and you're rolling it out where you want it to roll out. It's looking, and you know, you're adjusting the altitude when you need.
Yeah, I'm catching myself, you know, either climbing a little bit or descending a little bit.
Well, I do too.
And really, I'm putting very light pressure on the stick.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, and then once you get that bank established, I'm, you know, almost letting go. And it just keeps
that's
turning.
right. That's what you do. Okay, let's go this way this time.
Losing a little altitude there. And then which way do you want me to keep turning here for my 90s?
Okay,
Just straight?
Continue straight ahead.
Okay.
I want you to climb up to 2,500 feet and level off.
All right, now I should add throttle, right?
Yeah, full throttle. Push it all the way in. Now your pitch controls speed. So your speed you want is around 75 or so.
Okay, so we'll climb a little steeper here.
And you'll notice that the airplane will probably want to start going left a little bit.
Gotcha,
You have to hold it straight.
Yeah, actually, I'm not really doing much with the rudders right now, but I feel like we're going straight.
The rudder is, all the controls on this airplane are pretty light.
Now come back to 2,300 RPM or so?
That's right. And of course, you know, maintaining the climb power until the airspeed gets almost up to your intended cruise speed.
To speed back up again.
That would, you know, so that...
So don't be too quick to reduce the power.
Yeah.
Although that's not really that important, is it? I mean, because eventually we'll speed back up to whatever.
Will eventually, right.
All right, so we're hair over 25. I've got to admit, I have no idea where we are.
You're over Lake Thames.
So we're headed, let's see.
Auburn is over here. SeaTac Airport is out there.
All right.
Our airport that we're flying to, Sun Field is right over here about 10:30 or so.
Just over that hillside?
Yeah. Well, it's not over the hillside, it's on the next ridge.
Gotcha, okay. So, let's see. Now, to know which direction we're going, you would look at the compass right here?
Yeah.
So really, west is just off to it, just like 1 o'clock?
Right, 250 is pretty close to the right heading for going straight through west.
Okay.
See, that actually 15 degrees is the variation
I
here.
gotcha. So 270 is now west.
So 255
Gotcha.
is straight west.
So really west is just barely to the right of the nose.
Yeah, well, you're doing really good.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
You got 250 right there. Now you turned a little to the right, and it went to it backed off a little bit.
Actually, I think that's around 230, isn't it? And then 240's right there.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
So,
that is.
But we're pretty close to west.
Yeah,
we're just barely off the nose to the right.
If the compass has a problem, I see. A little bit.
Okay.
Okay, let's do a 90-degree turn to the left.
I'm not exactly sure what 90 is, but a little more I think I need to go.
That's looking pretty good.
Around 90.
Okay, now we're going to do a gliding turn down to 2,000 feet.
So reduce power a little bit.
All the way.
Okay.
All the way back to idle.
And which way are we going to turn?
Or just
straight?
Go straight ahead.
Gotcha. And I shouldn't worry about trim?
Carburetor heat.
Okay, carb heat first.
Okay, but hold the nose up.
Okay,
I want you to slow it down to about 70 miles an hour.
Okay.
And then now you get to hold that airspeed.
So carb heat's out. And what do we want for power?
Just leave it at idle.
So
notice it wants to turn right a little bit?
I did. It really did, didn't it?
Yeah, let's turn back to our lineup.
Okay, now we're on 70. Okay, so woo! And I noticed the adverse yaw right there a lot, more than when we were at power. Okay, a little below 75. We're going to line up on that road there, parallel to that road? Is that what we want?
Now, let's say, okay, now bring the power back up. Bring the power in early this time because you want it to pick that speed back up.
So while we're pointed downhill, go ahead.
Oh, you're already past your 2,000.
Oh, okay. I kind of forgot about that. Oop.
Bring it right on up to about 2,300.
Boy, the airplane's yawing all over as I added that power. All over the place. Now I'm
okay, now I'm going to have you
that was interesting.
Yeah, we're going to do your experiment.
Okay.
With your adverse aileron yaw.
All right, good.
Okay, take your feet off the rudder and do roll it to the left. See that? See what it's doing?
Yeah. So I want to turn right. I do this, but the nose goes woo.
Yeah, that's right. So, in order, let's see if you can keep the nose from doing that.
All right. And of course, now I'm pointed. The rudders seem stiff to me, and I know all planes feel different.
Yeah, they all do. And you're doing pretty damn good.
But yeah, the harder I push on the stick, the harder I'm pressing on the rudder.
Right.
And I don't exactly know what I'm doing, but I'm just...
Well, you're picking it up really nicely.
The harder I push on the aileron.
I was kind of expecting that you probably would, because you've been thinking about this forever.
Right. And at the end of these banks here, I definitely feel... Actually, let me throttle back a little bit.
Well, when you stop the bank, neutralize the aileron.
I'm not letting go of the rudder.
You have to let go of the rudder at the same time.
And I think that's okay. That must be what I was doing, because at the end of the bank, the plane was going cattywampus.
Yeah. There you go.
Now see, then I would. Let's see. Let me try that again. Right then, if I did. Okay, maybe that's what it was right there.
Yeah.
And I did. That was on purpose. So. Okay. And let me play around with this again with no rudder. Okay, now, so when I do that, you know, I definitely feel myself falling that direction. And I feel myself
that's a pretty good
falling to the right.
The Luscombe does have plenty of yaw from those ailerons.
So yeah, I definitely feel the sideways force on my rear end, like we were talking about. before, but when I do that, I don't really feel it.
Yep.
And the force is basically lined up this way if I keep it coordinated. More or less, anyway. But then with no rudder. So initially, when I turn with no rudder, I don't really feel a lot of lateral force on my body, but after a couple seconds, it kicks in.
Yep.
Yeah, like right there.
Well,
yeah.
once it stabilizes in the slip, then your body rushes to the other side of the airplane.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just due to gravity at that point, right? Because of the bank. And of course, now I'm a few hundred feet low after all that messing around.
Okay, let's go back to 2,000 feet.
All right. Let's go ahead and add throttle and pitch up. Try to get down to 75 miles an hour or so. There we go. And now we're climbing at a pretty good airspeed, so I don't need a lot of right rudder.
Oh.
Is that right? Or not super steep.
That's good.
I'm just trying to think through what's happening.
You've
All
been
right.
studying.
Come back to 2,300. Because I mean, if we're going fast enough, then we don't really have a whole lot of, we don't have a huge angle of attack. All right, we're speeding up, but I need to throttle back some more, down to 2,300. All right, that's about 2,300.
Okay, now we're gonna increase the bank angle. If you do that, you just put like this thing laying on the horizon will give you about a 45 degree bank.
Gotcha, okay.
That one will be vertical, see?
Gotcha.
Okay, I'll just demo. Okay, now we're gonna turn around and go do a 360 to the left, and we're gonna do it at 45 degrees of bank. So we clear ourselves to the left, we'll roll it over and into the bank.
And you just clear to the left by looking out the window.
Yeah. Okay.
And we got a good view out the skylight.
Ooh.
Definitely feel some G's there.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely know that we're in a steeper bank.
We just hit our weight.
Okay, I felt that, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
So we want to go left or right or what?
Either way.
Either way. All right. Let me look out to the side here, make sure there's no one coming. I don't see anybody. Let's go to the right.
Don't let the nose drop.
And I'm kind of a little bit blinded by the light there. There we go. Now I can see. And I got this parallel with the horizon. And I didn't even pay attention to when we started this. Maybe you can tell me when we're 360. And then I'll try one of the other.
See if you can figure it out.
Is anybody in the corner right now?
Oh, I gotcha. I know what you're saying.
We just went by.
Is that it right there? Was that our wake?
Yeah, see the sun? The sun was on your right before, wasn't it? A little bit, about 10 o'clock, about 2 o'clock.
We're actually gaining a little bit of altitude there.
You know why that is?
Why what is?
That you're gaining in the left turn.
Am I more coordinated and so we're getting more?
Well, now you're good. You're holding it steady.
I'm not sure.
But look straight ahead at the horizon, and where is it? It's not in the center of the cowling, is it?
No, I'm looking off my right cheek of the cowling here.
Right. So when you are in a left turn, you have a tendency to bring the nose up, and when you're in a right turn, put it down.
Huh. All right, let me try one to the right again. Rudder, aileron.
Now, look at that horizon.
Now it's actually the left nose is way higher than the horizon.
Yeah, it is. Why is that? That's because this is your reference point,
right.
not here.
Right. Oh. So are you saying I should use this?
No, that's not a good reference point. Not unless you're sitting in the middle of the
right,
airport.
you've got parallax.
What you want is just right down that cowling.
Oh, straight ahead of me. In either case, you mean? Look straight ahead and just see how far below the horizon it is?
Yeah, that was what you need to use as a horizon reference. Is that, now I'm seeing you being a little high there. Right about there is about right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm slipping a little, or no, maybe I wasn't, I don't know.
Not much. Doing all right. Okay, let's roll out and go back the other way now. Without gaining or losing altitude. Now you got the nose down.
Yeah, totally.
Got to get that reference, that hinge on the cowling is your reference, right?
Just the hinge in front of me right here.
Yeah.
All right.
That should be what you always keep in the same place on the horizon. Whether you're turning right or left, should be that hinge on the cowling.
But I need to learn what it looks like for a left turn versus what it looks like for a right turn.
Uh-huh. Well, they're both the same. They should be the same.
Oh, really?
Sure. As long as that reference is your 0 point reference.
Because right now that hinge to me is actually pretty close to the horizon.
Yeah, right now to me it's real close to the horizon, but the whole cowling is above it.
So I should keep that hinge in the same place for a right turn as it is right now for me in this left turn.
Yeah,
is that right?
Except we're climbing just a little.
Yep.
Okay, that's good reference right there. Just leave it right there.
Alright, so at that point then, actually, although I'm not at 40, we're not banking at 45. There we go. So that's climbing, so right about there or so.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so that's a couple inches below the horizon to me.
Okay, roll to the right now and put your hinge in the same point on the horizon.
Up, it's low.
Okay, raise the nose. There, now you're about right, huh? Got a slip going there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So there that's maybe a little low still.
Okay, I think
I need to work on that.
Yeah, well, your turning is looking really good. It's way ahead of the first hour student. Let's do a 90-degree turn to the left. That'll line us up to the east.
Parallel to the road here?
Yeah.
Gaining a little altitude there.
Okay, I have the airplane for a moment.
Your plane.
Okay, now, let me see, we need to trim it a little. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go to 1500 RPM, but the airspeed slowed down to 50 miles an hour, and then I'm going to come back with whatever power I need to keep that 50 miles an hour and 2,200 feet, okay? Here we go, 1500 RPM. For the heck of it, I'm going to put the carb heat on for that. Okay, now we're just going to...
So you just want to try to maintain...
This is our guide here to keep our...
Maintain your altitude.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm having to do a lot of pullback on the stick to do it. And the airspeed is slowing down.
Yep.
Notice how high the nose is now?
Yeah, I was looking out at the wingtip there.
Well, that's a representative of your angle of attack.
Yeah.
Because we're level flight.
Yep.
Okay,
And
now
we're draining a bunch of water out of the wings too now.
oh, are we?
At that high angle of attack, yeah. Or that high
That's
nose up.
interesting. Now it's wanting to stall at that speed. That's weird.
Oh.
Yeah, it's stalling.
Huh.
This airspeed is...
Oh, well, I think maybe it gets inaccurate at a high angle of attack.
Well, it is inaccurate, but usually it reads lower. We should be able to get it down to 40. We can't get it down below about 50.
Well, the book actually says that this plane, I think it says it stalls at 48.
Yeah, it stalls at 48, but that's not...
Oh, I see. This should read 40 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Now, see, I'm holding about 1,800 RPM.
Right.
To get it, but I can't get it to 50 without stalling.
Yeah. But we're really sinking.
Yeah. Well, we're not sinking yet.
Oh, I guess we're not, right? But when I look out the window, it sort of feels
sinking.
that way.
We are sinking. So we'll plan on going to 60 instead of 50.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're flying 50 miles an hour, and we're about right. But if I put this, once I establish 50 miles or 60 miles an hour and hold in level, then the airplane will almost always require that amount of power to keep me there.
Say that again?
Okay. I'm doing 1900 RPM.
Yep.
Okay, if I put the airplane, if I change the speed and I want to get it back to this same condition, I'll put 1900 RPM on there next time I want to hold this speed.
Okay.
And that is a good reference to think about.
At when we're trying to maintain our altitude.
Yeah.
That'll be our speed.
Yeah.
And is that about the lowest power setting and speed you'd want to fly to keep it level before you're flirting with stalling speed?
Well, probably so, yeah. Right now it'll hold, we're holding about 55 and we're maintaining a level flight.
Yeah.
Now if I reduce the power, it's going to lose speed or I'm going to lose altitude, one or the other, right?
That will slow down a couple miles an hour.
Yeah.
You're really having to heave back on the stick.
Yeah, I'm actually stalling again, see? Right about there, it's stalled.
Yeah. So 1800 RPM is the very, very lowest power setting where you can maintain your altitude.
It looks like that. Yeah, I'd say so.
How does that compare with your 140?
Oh, altogether different.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Well, my indicated airspeed, I would be able to fly it at 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
Indicated.
And we were like 52, I think, or so, 52, 53?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
In that ballpark.
That's why I thought I could fly it at 50, but I can't.
Yeah.
Okay, so to get it back to cruise speed, we just push it back to full power here. See how much RPM we got at full power at that power setting?
Not even
that airspeed?
Not quite 2400.
But let's watch and see what happens to it as we let the airspeed go.
Yeah, RPM increases. And that's all the way in? Is this all the way in? Okay.
All the way in.
I didn't know we'd still see the push rod there.
Oh, that's it.
Yep, I can see that. Okay.
Okay, we'll see where it'll go to. Almost up to the red line.
When we let it spin freely. And there's, what's that, almost 110 miles an hour?
Yeah. It's actually doing, more like 115. This is 100, okay, 110.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now it's actually gaining a little altitude. Let's turn around here. Get over here in the foothills is probably pretty windy.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll get to know what these look like from the air. Yeah, I'm really focused on other things than where we're going.
Okay, now, see, we're doing 120. The RPM has gone up over the red line, up over 2,600.
And we're not even descending, we're maintaining.
Yeah.
Or even gaining a little bit.
We'll put it back at the red line and see what it does. Okay, it's got a propeller that is designed to give you red line speed at maximum, or red line RPM at maximum speed.
Okay. In straight and level flight.
Yeah, actually I've got to pull back just a little.
Okay. So that's not economy cruise, but if you want to go somewhere quickly, you can set it close to max throttle.
Yeah, I would probably never cruise above about 2450 or 2500.
Yeah.
But okay, you take the airplane.
My plane.
Okay, I want you to slow it to 60 miles an hour.
Is it okay if I turn to the right a little bit to get the sun out of my eyes?
Sure. You can make a 90-degree turn if you want.
Alrighty. Alright, now what do we want to do? Bring it back to 1900 RPM?
Bring it back to about 1500. And put your carb heat on.
Okay, let me do that just to get in the habit of it. So let's pretend that's off. So I want to reduce throttle. So before that, carb heat, and then reduce throttle. And so we're at 2,500 feet. Do I want to try to maintain that?
Yeah.
So back to 1,500. And the plane wants to nose over.
Yep. So you have to resist that.
Yep. Down to 80. Just losing altitude. I need to pull back harder, don't I?
Yeah.
And the nose is, it's moving to the right.
Well, now
75, or no, 65.
you're losing altitude, so you need to raise the nose more, right?
Right, yep.
Okay, the airspeed is dropping, so you need more power.
Yeah.
See?
And that's what your experiment was just a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay, so bring the power back up to enough to keep from losing altitude at 50 miles an hour. Use airspeed is controlled by pitch. Power is controls your speed.
Actually, so we're gaining altitude now. After I lost some. I lost, we're still 100 feet lower than where I started. I'm holding 70 miles an hour. Or no, 60.
Yep.
Is
60 miles an hour.
Now is this where you were? Were you at 1900 RPM?
Say again?
Were you at 1900 RPM?
Yep.
Now if I give it aileron, they should be pretty mushy right now, shouldn't they?
Yeah. They're not very, but they...
Oh, actually.
They're pretty effective.
Yeah, that's true.
But at 70 miles an hour,
That's
they
not
should
super
still
slow.
be effective. Now, if you slow it down...
Actually, so that's VX, 60 miles an hour. Except that'd be a full throttle.
Yeah.
What's that?
Now, if you slow it down to 55, it's going to get mushy.
That's just 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it's not a huge difference. So that's where it. Still close to 2,500 feet. Ease back on the power. Yeah, and I'm getting a workout on my bicep here.
You can actually trim a good bit of that out.
Now let's see which way. I don't know which way the trim is supposed to go. I think I'm trimming it the wrong way. I'm not sure which way to trim it.
Now we're sinking.
There we go. That's helping. Okay,
That's
so
all the way up, huh?
if I turn it all the way towards me, yep,
Okay.
that relieves. So,
Now we're losing altitude,
yep. So that's about. Yeah. So really,
so you
even
need to raise the nose. And that's going to result in a speed drop,
yeah,
which means you need to add power, right?
yeah. Yeah, we're definitely losing some altitude there.
55, looking good, only we're losing altitude. See, this would be out of limits for your private pilot.
Right, gotcha.
Don't let the nose swerve left or right, just hold it straight ahead with whatever rudder pressure it takes.
Okay. Yep, I've lost 200 feet, so...
While you're recovering now, it's starting to come back to you.
Yeah.
Got a little...
Yeah, I'm just slowly feeding in some power there.
Yeah, and that's enough power to keep it, to recover your altitude, isn't it?
And we're getting blown across the ground to the right. I think.
We certainly are.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can see that.
There's a pretty good breeze blowing here.
Big time. Okay, so 2,000 is letting me gain my 200 feet back slowly.
Okay, let's turn back toward the south now.
Just leave power setting the same and keep this altitude. And I'm going to turn gradually.
Okay, now reduce your power back to 1900. That should cause you to level off, or maybe 1850.
Yeah, because we're gaining a little altitude there.
Now you're lowering the nose, so you're picking up speed.
Oh, because we wanted to keep flying at that low airspeed.
We wanted to try to keep it at 55.
Gotcha. I guess I saw myself gaining altitude, so I was pulling or pushing over a little bit, but what I should have done was reduce power instead to gain to give that altitude back rather than letting the nose drop, because that gained the speed that you're telling me we don't want. Just trying to piece it all together here. So we're at 20, almost 26, so...
You're sinking, so the air...
What I'm trying to do now...
Your airspeed is right.
But I'm trying to get back to 2,500 and get the airspeed back down to 55.
Yep. We're actually at 65, aren't we?
That is right there, yeah. But I'm at 1,400 RPM now, so I should. And we're right at 2,500 feet. So, we should bleed off a little bit of speed here. And I should be able to get back. Oh, yeah, now, because we're getting below 2,500. Okay. Actually, I'm going to...
If you're sinking, you need to raise the nose.
Yeah. I'm going to bank
And if
this.
your airspeed drops off, you need to... And we need to keep the airplane pointing in one direction.
No, I was just trying to get the sun out of your eyes.
Okay.
Now I'm straightening out here, just so you know what I'm doing. Okay. Pulling back a little bit, because we're losing altitude. But, let me add a little power, because, I don't know, I guess I haven't pulled back all the way yet, so I guess I could try that. We're down to about 50, oh.
This thing really...
I think we're right on the edge of stall there.
We're right on the edge.
Close.
Right.
So, let me add a little power back in, because I'm at 55 miles an hour, but I lost altitude. Yeah, it's a challenge for me to hold that slow airspeed and the altitude. Add a little more power. Because I'm at 55, so I can't pull back much more. So almost back up to 2,000, little below 55 miles an hour, and we're not gaining that altitude back too quick, are we?
No. At this speed, we've got a lot of drag.
Yeah. And now we're down to 50. Oh. I think we stalled a little bit there.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to cruise speed.
And then trim. Get rid of a bunch of that up trim.
We're going to run into the cloud. Okay, that's good. Let's roll out here.
Okay, we're about 2,500. And now we're picking up speed.
We're also gaining a lot of altitude.
Less than 100 feet. Not terrible.
No, but you look at the vertical velocity and it looks pretty bad.
Alright, now, would you throttle back to, what, 2,300 or 2,400?
Yeah, 2,300.
There's 23. Trim down just a hair. Yeah, because we're a little high now. Yeah, boy, what a different view over the nose, huh? Well, I couldn't see over the nose before, so it feels dramatically different view. Yeah, now we're getting blown this way with all the clouds. There's 23, still a little high, let it come down some. 115 miles an hour there. Alright, almost back down to 2,500 feet. Alright, there's 2,500 feet. That was really challenging.
Uh-huh.
To keep it at the altitude at really low RPM. And
you're doing really good, though.
Doing a balance is really a balancing act, huh? I think. Yeah, it's kind of funny the way we're getting blown over the ground here with these clouds. I forgot my iPad in the car, so it's not tracking my flight, but I guess I can enter this flight time in it manually. Yep. That's fine, but I'll try to bring it next time and see if that automatic logging feature works.
Okay.
Which should be nice. Alright, what are we doing now? Well, now I'm at 2,100 RPM.
Yeah, let's do a 90-degree turn to the left.
And it's interesting, the RPM does vary a lot based on how I'm pitching the plane.
Yep.
Alright.
It varies according to the airspeed.
Right.
Not so much the pitch.
Okay. So, is that about 90?
Okay, we'll head right straight back over.
Over the barrel over the road here?
Yeah, that's Enum Club there at about 12.
Oh, gotcha, right here.
Uh-huh.
There's 2,300, 2,500 feet or so. Don't let go of the stick, and it wants to go down a little bit. Yep, RPM is picking up a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely, everything's a balancing act, isn't it?
Yep. Now I'm going to do some power off stalls.
Okay.
Now, basically, the reason we do these is to experiment to see the behavior of the airplane as it gets close to a stall, and to learn a recovery technique.
Okay.
As soon as you recognize a stall, then you do a recovery technique.
Okay.
The recovery technique is full power and lower the nose, but don't dive at it.
Just release back pressure?
Yeah. Okay, now let's go to idle and carb heat on.
Nope, carb heat and idle.
Don't let the nose drop.
Yep, okay, gotcha.
Keep the nose up where it is.
Okay.
Okay, let's raise it some more. Just keep raising it up. Pull it on back.
Down to
more,
7.
More. All the way back. Oh, yeah. That's why I say you don't want to necessarily dive it.
Well, I didn't try to dive it.
I know it does anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's try it again.
From right here, from this speed and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Carb heat on. Power back to idle.
Now just don't let it. Try to keep your altitude now. Don't try to keep your altitude. That altitude.
So basically, I relieved back pressure, but then it seemed like the plane just plummets.
Yep, that's
Am I doing something wrong or no?
No. Well, actually,
you said, Jay, we don't want to dive it, but I'm like, I didn't think we were going to dive.
Let me see
it. It just started diving, and I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because I let go of the stick, and then we're like headed
if you let go of it
steeply
with
down.
A little less exuberance.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that was much more tame. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I was just letting go far too much.
If it stalls deeper, it will be less controllable. A wing will want to drop.
Yeah. And then you might be entering a spin. Okay, yeah, that was much more tame than what I did.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at the nose, and I know I can get, if I'm in level flight, I know that I can recover.
Do that one more time. I want to see how much you move the stick forward, or how much you let go of it. All right, carb heat, throttle back.
I don't let the stick forward at all until the nose is almost at the horizon. Now the stick is back. Now you feel that wing drop?
Yeah.
That aileron almost lost its total effectiveness.
Yeah.
This wing had a little more lift than that wing, so the left wing dropped. And that's the way you enter a spin.
Yeah.
And one wing will have that more lift than the other wing.
Yeah.
She'll spin.
Yeah.
Okay, you have the airplane.
Okay, now I feel nervous. Okay. All right. I'll do the carb heat. So here we go. We're going to reduce power. So carb heat, then reduce power.
And as that wing drops, it takes rudder to correct for it. The ailerons will be totally ineffective at the time.
Oh, so that was much better. So really, I barely let go of the stick at all.
Yeah.
That was the problem, I guess, huh? Okay, and then carb heat off.
Now, if the stall deepens and your wing drops, you may have to even push it down.
Gotcha. Okay, but that's not what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah. The idea is to lower the angle of attack.
Gotcha, even if just a tiny bit.
It'll pretty much do it on its own. Say again?
Even if just a tiny little bit. Okay, let's try it again. Carb heat, back to idle. And we're about 2,600, so I'll try to maintain that.
Just look outside now. Don't look at the instruments.
All right. No, I hardly did anything.
Yeah. Well, we're just barely entering a stall. If we were in a deep stall, it would probably drop a wing. And it would be, the nose would drop real steep.
I guess we'll get to that.
The airplane is slightly nose heavy.
All right, let's try that again. Carb heat, throttle to idle. Yeah, I'm kind of wiggling around there, aren't I, when I cut the power way back? Okay, boy, that's much better than what I was doing at first, isn't it? And carb heat off.
Now, don't look at the instruments. Just pull the throttle back and bring the nose up until it gives you a good stall, and don't even look at the instruments. Look outside. Yeah, recover.
Oh, the nose didn't drop much.
Yeah, well,
let's try that again.
The idea is, now when you enter a stall like that, the airplane's actually dropping a lot more than you might think it is.
Okay, all right.
A lot faster, and you want to have a minimum loss of altitude.
Okay, all right. Carb heat, throttle to idle, and we're at 2,500. I want to actually, I'll forget the altitude. Look outside. So now would you, carb heat off, would you say that I didn't let go quite enough on the back pressure?
No, I think you did okay.
All right, I'll try another one here. All right, carb heat, throttle to idle. I don't know what happened there.
Well, you just let go of the stick a little rapidly.
Okay.
And the nose, the airplane has a natural tendency to want to dive.
Right, that's the positive stability.
Well, it's got a little on the nose heavy side. See?
Okay. All right, let's try this again. Carb heat.
You want the nose to drop when the airplane stalls.
So I went back to doing what I did initially, which is just letting go too much of the stick. Yeah, I did it again a little bit there. Not quite as much.
Well, you aren't recovering with full power.
Oh,
either.
okay, gotcha. You're right. Right. All right. I need to do it again. My nose is all over the place. All right, let's try it again. Carb heat, throttle to idle, and I'm gonna look outside. Recovery will be with throttle, slightly release back pressure. Okay.
Carb heat. Okay, let's head back toward the airport now. Now, while we're heading back, I want you to follow the road down here in that valley.
Just right over here?
Yeah. And I want you to get back down to 1,500 feet. Okay, let's start a descent. Now, a cruise descent, you can just bring it back about 2,000 RPM.
Gotcha.
But the nose drop, keep it at 100 miles an hour.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
And the airplane will lose about, 500 feet a minute or so.
Gotcha, okay.
That's what you would be doing, like if you were arriving off a cross country or something. You'd keep the speed up, bring the power back somewhat, and just let the thing descend.
Keep my speed up.
Yeah.
But point the nose down a little bit and throttle back a little bit.
Yeah, you don't even have to point the nose down. Just let go of the stick and it'll drop when you pull the power back.
Gotcha. Now we got a stiff left crosswind here, don't we?
Yeah.
Because I'm pointing way to the left, but I think we're still moving further to the right of that road.
We're going to 2,500 feet.
Oh, you mean 1,500?
I mean 1,500 feet, I meant.
Okay, I just wanted to double check. That's all right. All right. Yeah, we're not going down too much. We'll throttle back another 100 RPM, maybe. Yeah, we got a stiff left crosswind, don't we?
Yeah. Pretty good little breeze up here. Well, they were saying that there was a wind shear at about 2,000 feet. We haven't been experiencing much turbulence, but there's definitely a wind shear. Ground level wind isn't that much.
Yeah, we're like, what is this, maybe 15 or 20 degrees pointed nose left to fly parallel to that road?
Yeah.
I think, maybe?
Yeah.
Alright, we're not descending too much anymore here. Let me keep my pressure on the stick relaxed.
And when you get to the altitude you want, you just come back in with your cruise power, and your airspeed's already there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. feet. Yeah, it's funny with this crosswind. I feel like I'm flying somewhere that direction, or like I'm trying to, but we're going this way.
Uh-huh.
It's 1600. Almost there. Now, did you want me to come down faster than what we did? Because I think we were coming down pretty slowly.
1,500 feet. No, that was good.
Yep, I'm adding power already.
That was right where we want to be. Now you come back in at 2,300.
Yeah.
We're going to head back toward the airport now.
And I don't even know where that is. I have no idea.
Well, just keep going straight.
Well, I guess we flew east of the airport, and the sun is setting over there, so we should be headed west, which should...
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
Should be approximately the right direction.
Let's see what the gas tank gauge reads.
Well, this one's going to say... Does this one still say full?
Oh, yeah.
It should say full.
All right.
But an hour and 11 minutes...
So, yeah.
We should be fine.
We should burn... We've probably burned about 6 gallons.
Yeah. I still think we're going roughly parallel to that road.
Yeah.
The nose is just pointed maybe 20 degrees to the left.
Yeah.
Although it looks like the clouds, or the fog, I guess even, that's just above these trees down here is not really moving much. I guess because it's just above ground level. Must not be a whole lot of wind at that point. Along the ground there. Oh, climbing up a little bit here. And that should... Oh yeah, well you already know that that's set on the ATIS.
It wasn't.
It should have been, because I've listened to... we were hearing people at the airport announce, weren't we?
Yeah, how come I'm not hearing anything?
I think it was set correctly.
Oh, here.
Automated weather observation 232 Niner Zulu. Wind 20.
Or no, I'm sorry, I meant
at
CTAF.
4 knots. Visibility
It was
more
set to the
than
CTAF.
10. Sky condition broken at 3,000. Broken at
Okay, let's go left
4,400.
now about
Broken at 6,000. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius.
How far?
Altimeter
A little further.
16 inches of mercury.
Okay.
Pierce County Airport, Sunfield. Automated weather observation 232 Niner Zulu. Wind 200 at 4 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition broken at 2,900. Broken at 4,400. Broken at 6,000. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point 14 Celsius. Altimeter 301 inches of mercury.
All right, what's the plan here?
Keep going.
All right.
Let's turn right and follow that road.
Right here?
Yeah. I think that's Highway 40.
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
Yeah, we're over Bonnie Lake right now.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So
Turned out pretty nice, didn't it?
Yeah.
After all the rain we were getting this morning.
The wind's only blowing at 4 knots over.
Oh, at the airport?
Yeah.
Okay. Not here.
0.14 Celsius. Altimeter 3016 inches of mercury. Pierce County Airport, Dunfield. Automated weather observation 2331 Zulu. Wind variable at 4 knots. Visibility more than 10.
Okay. The north side of the airport is just about straight ahead. We got to go over this way.
DC-135 helicopter, it's approximately 3.5 outside 80 on the ILS. 24, low approach.
Oh, because we're going to land on 335 or which way?
We'll be landing on 17.
Okay, same way we took off then?
Yeah, but we have to enter a 45-degree angle to the downwind.
Gotcha.
Okay, this is good right here.
All right. Right, and you said pattern altitude's 1500. So that's why we wanted to come down to 1500.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we didn't have a gallon of water in that fuel tank, huh?
Yeah.
We're okay.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good having that cover over it, though.
Yep.
I picked that up after I purchased the airplane.
Uh-huh. We're heading for just about where we want to be headed right now.
All right, good.
We don't want to... What we want to do is get down near the south end of the airport.
Gotcha, and then turn 45 to the right. Enter the pattern there?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So the airport then is off to the right of our nose?
Right about over here.
Gotcha, all right.
Pierce County Airport, this is Luscombe 1813 Kilo is over Ording and maneuvering for 45 for runway 17. Pierce County Airport.
Okay, traffic, Kilo 3, DC-135 helicopter south 4 mile final on the ILS 24, low approach, Oakland.
You know, we're actually farther north than I thought we were.
We go left then some?
Yeah, let's go down toward the left.
And that sun doesn't help any, does it?
No. Okay, this is good.
Yeah, climb, gained a little altitude there.
Okay, let's just head toward that, almost right straight toward the sun right now.
I'm glad you know where we are.
Well, you see that water tank? Right down
Just
here?
off our 1 o'clock there?
Yeah, that's our reference point. That other water tank over here at 11 o'clock is where we begin our 45.
I got you, okay.
So just kind of head straight toward it.
So when we get to that tank, we want to turn 45 to the right?
Right, about almost 90 degrees to the right.
Okay.
Pierce County traffic assess our Luscombe 1813 Kilo is over the water tank and we're entering 45 for runway 17.
All right,
just
90 degrees to the right?
Yeah, a little bit. Almost 90.
Okay.
Let's hold this heading now. This heading right here.
Now we got a good crosswind here.
Yep. That's why I wanted to hold it. Okay, now.
So we want to go parallel to that road?
Yeah, I want you to turn 90 to the right now.
Oh, I gotcha.
See the airport?
I do.
Okay, before landing checklist. Curb heat on. Tape at 1,500 feet.
Yeah.
Pierce County traffic, 13 Kilo is downwind, about to turn base. Pierce County traffic. Okay, 1,500 RPM. Pull it right on back. Hold the nose up. Let
All
the
right, 'cause we're
airspeed
trying
drop to 70.
Yep, gotcha. Okay, there's 70.
Maintain 70, 90 degrees to the left. Pierce County traffic says our Luscombe 1813 kilo is turning base, runway 13 left, or 17. Okay.
Yep, I'm pulling back a little bit here to
Bring the
get
power
down.
back a little more. Bring it back to about 1300.
We're about
We
70.
should be 9 degrees to the runway. A little less power. Okay, start a turn toward the runway. Shallow bank. Hold this, okay, less power. We're going to be a little high, but that's okay. Now what we're going to shoot for is touching down just, okay, let's give it, we're going to have to add a little power.
Now I just added full up trim, so I'll let you go ahead and take it at this point.
Okay.
That was pretty close, not too bad.
Okay, we're at this altitude we have a crosswind, but we may not have one at the ground level.
Gotcha.
Okay, idle. Now, we just hold it off and don't let it land. Hold it off. Oh, it lands anyway. That's what we want. Just to prevent the landing as long as you can. See how it doesn't really want to go straight?
Yep.
But I don't believe that it's going to be much of a problem. I think we'll be able to handle the, I'm not going to put you in the left seat just yet.
I'm okay with that.
Uh-huh.
Whenever you say, that's fine with me.
We're going to park it now? Or did you want to put it in a gas pump?
Yeah, let's throw some fuel in it and it'll be ready to go next time we want to go up. Actually, I think my wallet's in my car, but I can just walk over there and grab it. Real quick.
Oh, that sun is in good shape there.
Yeah, it's in the perfect spot, isn't it, to blind us. Yeah, looking good. Yep, I don't see anybody out in front of us there.
Gonna just turn around on this side over.
That's
okay,
better.
go ahead and shut the fuel off.
Use my foot because my seatbelt won't let me reach down there. So there we go.
Reach it.
I got it with my foot.
Belt?
I got it with my foot. It's
oh,
okay.
You got it with your foot?
Yep. There we go. I guess that's pretty easy to unsnap. Guess I can stop that. Hour and 27 minutes. That was fun. I really had a kick there. And I didn't kill us.
Okay, well, either did I.